Hi, I'm Robin. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me. Thank you for coming to watch this video. We're going to be doing this look here using the James Charles and Morphe palette and the Morphe 39A palette, the Dare to Create. Everything else I've used will be linked below in the description box. I'm just going to show the eyes, not going to show the rest of the face. But if you would like to see how I do my face, leave a comment and I will show you my face routine. It's nothing too special, but in case you just want to see how I end up where I'm at. Please enjoy this video, and if you do, give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and without further ado, here is the side look. So I'm starting off by priming with Morphe Eye Primer. Just do a couple of dots. Blend that in with a brush. When I use these palettes, I don't like to set my primer. So I'm going with the Morphe and James Charles palette and using the color Punch Me as my transition. And I'm just putting that on the outer corner, up. Not totally under the brow bone, but above the crease. I do this so that way I don't blend up too high, because when I use color I have a tendency to go way too high and then I end up in my eyebrow. Now I'm going in with the same palette, James Charles and Morphe Playground. Super pretty electric blue matte. And that's going to be the first one I'm going to lay down here. And I'm just going right in the outer corner with these colors, especially these bright ones. I like to pat. And I'm just blending that into the outer corner in the crease. And I'm not going to take it up any higher than the transition I laid down. It's looking pretty good. So now, same palette, I'm going in with the color Cola, which is a really dark blue. And again, I'm going to pat that on before blending it. And I've just been using the same brush, which is, to be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure what it is. I think it's a Real Techniques blending brush, but I'm not 100% sure, so and I'm taking that not all the way up into the rest of the blue, just kind of keeping it really close to the crease and just making sure that it's nicely blended as the color runs out of my brush, blending the line between the light blue and the dark blue. I'm taking that pretty far into my inner corner as well, but I will clean it up if necessary, if it gets like on my nose or anything like that, but we will cross that bridge when we get there. Taking a little more Cola, and I'm going to put that right over my iris, really blending that out. When you're happy with how that looks for now, I'm moving on to the Morphe 39A, the Dare to Create palette, and using the color Indigo, which is a really deep blue matte, And I'm just placing that right on the outer corner, gently blending it right into the crease. Not going up high with that at all. And just really making sure that the outer corner is blended. And again, once the color runs out of the brush, just running it over the whole shebang. Making sure everyone is getting to know each other. And that they all love each other and they're giving each other big hugs. Okay, so back into indigo. I'm barely tapping into indigo as well, just like tap tap and then tapping it off as well. Because with the darker colors, you just gotta be careful because they can overtake the whole look. I'm picking up Playground again, the lightest one that we used to begin with, and I'm going to place that right, not in the outermost point of the crease, but right here. I guess the nostril test will tell you it's right there. Placing it there first, and then blending it out. I find if you start right there on the very outermost point of the crease, that you kind of do away with all that dark work you just did. You really lighten it up. Rather than keeping the intensity of the darkness, which we're going to go back in with the dark one anyway. But it's just nice to blend along the way. Just to make sure that everyone is happy on your lid space. I really don't like using blue because my eyes are blue. I feel that it makes my eyes look more green, which is beautiful. Green eyes are beautiful, but it's just, I feel like the blues are fighting with each other for supremacy. And it's like, calm down over there. But I figured, why don't you do a hard one for my first video, something that's difficult for me. So at this point, I'm going to go in with just a little paper towel, and wipe away a little. I am not doing my foundation first. I typically do, but since we're using blues, I figured it would be a good idea to not do that. I'm going to go in with a bit of concealer. I'm not going to do a cut crease entirely. I just want to lighten up any shadow that we got on the lower part of the lid. I don't necessarily need to cut my crease. So I'm taking a BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer. I think this one, it's whatever lightest one possible there was. 102. There might be one lighter than this, actually. Anyway, taking that just on my finger and right in the center, almost like a halo. And just kind of spreading it out over the lid. I don't need to go 100% all the way up to the crease, and in my case above the crease, because you can't really see the shimmer, at least not directly. I'm putting it directly on the lowest part of my lid and then blending that concealer upwards to lighten up the blue, whatever blue we've got in there, just so the shimmers show up better. So I sprayed a shader brush with some NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray, and then I'm going to go in with the color Image from the 39A palette. Beautiful shimmer, and that I'm putting right on the outermost portion of where we put the concealer, so it blends with indigo well. Do a little bit more of that. And then I'm going in with color. This color is called Color from the 39A palette. And that's going right in the center portion Same brush, didn't wet it again. It's wet enough. I sprayed it 2 or 3 times. And we're just putting that all over the center of the lid in the concealer portion. I'm also going just a bit above my crease so it does show up a little bit. It's not exactly a cut crease, but it's like almost a cut crease. And I'm taking that almost all the way in to the inner corner. And in the innermost corner, I'm going to use the Morphe James Charles palette. And this color is Hello. Hello. It's blue. And I'm putting that right in the inner corner of the eye. And this I am going to use to cut the lid. Cutting the lid is the best technique anybody's ever come up with, in my opinion. So much easier than having to be really clean around your crease, because that is so difficult, like to create a really clean cut crease without going in and cutting the lid instead. Ugh. Like, I've tried it. I haven't mastered it. Maybe one day. And I just want to go really far into the inner corner. As you can see with this eye, it's pretty far in there. With, what was that color? Hello. Really far in there. Yes. Now going back in with the other 2 shimmer shades, and I'm just trying to kind of blend what I've done here. So we're going back in with color and also with image. First I'm going to go in with color, the lighter of the 2, and just kind of patting that all over to do a blendy job. And then back in with image, right on that outer portion of the lid. Not all the way to the outer corner, just on the outer portion of the concealed part. And I'm just going to kind of tap all over all the shimmers to merge them together and make them happy, just like everyone in the crease. So now that that's done, I'm going to use a glitter. It's a body and face glitter from NYX, loose glitter. This one is glitter number 11. I'm not sure that it has a name. Violet. It's beautiful. Hold on, let me tip it over before I open it and all the glitter falls out. But it's gorgeous. Just so beautiful. It's mostly purple, but the little blue pigments, little blue glitters, gorgeous. And it just is going to really suit this look. I'm not going to put down any glitter glue because I don't want to disrupt what I've already put down. So I'm just taking the tiniest bit of this glitter on my finger. And I'm just going to, starting at the outermost point of the shimmers, pat it on. And then go all the way into the inner corner. And it's not going to create a big old thick crust of glitter. If you want that, feel free to use a glitter glue. Maybe lay down one color of a shimmer shadow, but I wanted that gradient, but also with the extra glitter. So now it's all over the lid. It's beautiful. I love it. And this is why also we did foundation second today. Clean it up with a makeup wipe later too, but I'm just going to kind of dust off the extra, dusting off the extra glitter. A fluffy brush. This is a Real Techniques powder brush. Well, could have guessed that. I'm brushing off whatever extra glitter we have. Then I'm going to go back in with Old Faithful, my blending brush. I'm going to go back into the 39A palette, into Indigo, that real dark one. Just one tap, just to darken it up again, right in the outer corner. I'm not going to blend it too much, to be honest, because I don't want to put glitter all over my whole entire crease. So I don't want to pick some of that up and move it around. Once that's been darkened, Going back into the Morphe and James Charles palette. Back into Playground one last time just to lighten up the outer portion. And that's the top of the eyes done. I'm going to do the rest of my face, foundation and all, and then I'll be back to finish off the eyes. Alright, so the rest of the face is done. I've almost finished the other eye, so we're going to finish this eye. And I'm going in with the Morphe and James Charles palette, color Cola, on my tiny little, like, I don't know, it's a small, flat, dense brush, and I'm using that underneath the eye with Cola, just packing it on first. And blending it out and into the rest of the eye slightly. Then going back in with Playground, same brush, and I'm just going to buff it all out and blend it out. I keep looking over there because I think my neighbor's moving out. I never have my window open. I can't see what everybody's doing, but right now they're coming out with a lot of stuff. I think he's moving. So once that's nice and blended, I'm going to go in with a tiny little brush. This is like the tiny little brush I use for all of my inner corner stuff. And then I'm going in with the color Hello once again. This time in the inner corner. Taking that up into the top of the inner corner and also down a little onto the lower lash line, just making her real shimmery. Now I'm taking ring light and highlighting the brow bone, just the outer part of the brow bone, and a little bit of ring light also in the very innermost corner. She potent, she powerful. You don't want to use too much of her because, as you can see, like, whew, that's highlighted. So I'm actually going to take that little brush we were using on the lower lash line and just kind of blend it. I didn't do that on this side. Let's do that too. Woo! That's a little better. Woo. Okay. Now that that is finally done, I'm going to take this e.l.f., not that one, e.l.f. liquid liner in charcoal. Now, I accidentally bought this because I thought they didn't have jet black. So I was like, ugh, I needed more. I was like, well, charcoal is close enough, right? I was wrong. Charcoal is shimmery. It's like almost black, but it's kind of gray, and I mean, expected, right? To be expected. It's called charcoal. It's not 100% black, but it's like shimmery, and I didn't realize it until after it dried. And I was like, oh, well, that's cute for this look. You could do also like a colored liner. I just didn't want to overkill it with the blue, so I didn't do a blue. And I thought purple, it's like, this look is almost, there's some green in it in the corners and stuff. So I was like, purple's not going to look like the Riddler. So let's go in with charcoal, and I'm going to do a wing. And yes, the sound effects are necessary to perfect your wing. they're sisters, not twins, but you know. I was really nervous about this part, to be honest. I was like, oh, they're gonna know I'm a sham if my wings aren't exactly correct. But does it really matter? No, it doesn't, is the answer. So we're done with that. Now I'm gonna take a Wet n Wild Color Icon Kohl eyeliner and line my waterline. So if you don't like seeing people mess with their eyeballs, maybe now's not the time to watch. But I'm just gonna line the top waterline. And then I'm also gonna do a little bit of waterlining on the bottom lash line. From there, I'm gonna take Old Faithful number 2 and blend out some of that liner. I'm not the best at blending out my liner. I honestly just recently started doing that because I never put black in my waterline anymore. Like, my emo days are over. But sometimes, like, with a look like this, I feel like it really does help. Instead of it just being like a nude or like your skin tone right there, it's black instead. And I think that that's flattering. So that's that. Okay, now that's done, we get to put some mascara on, my friends. And I'm just gonna curl my lashes. I like to do them one eye at a time so that they stay nice and curled. I don't know, it's probably in my head that I think if I did them both at once that the first one I did would fall and then the second one would fall while I'm putting mascara on the first one. I don't know, it's probably craziness, but that's what I think. So I'm using Maybelline Colossal Volume Express Hydrofuge. Oh, that means waterproof. I'm looking at the French side. Colossal Volume Express Waterproof Cat Eyes. Why is it so long of a name? It's black. I don't know, S100. I'm going to tell you, this mascara says it's waterproof. I don't know if it's actually waterproof. I haven't gone swimming with it or anything, taken a shower, or, you know, I don't know, done anything really. Oh, they're moving stuff in now. So I don't know what's going on out there. But they're messing up my light, that's for sure. So I haven't gone swimming or anything in this, but it really comes off on my lower lash line. I'm only using it because it's the only mascara I have right now. I threw away my other mascaras because they were old and I didn't want to give myself pink eye. Even though the Clinique High Impact Waterproof Mascara is holy grail, I had to get rid of it. She was getting old. She was getting tired, you know? She wasn't having it. But this one comes off on my eye bag throughout the day. I'm not a super oily person on my eyes, but I guess it's enough to make this come off. So, wouldn't necessarily recommend. Plus, this brush is really weird. It's like curved. Why? For cat eyes, that only makes sense if you can do your eyeliner, your mascara with the other hand, which I can't. My nose is too big. It gets in the way. Sorry, Maybelline. They're like yelling at each other now. Oh my gosh, at least they're out of my light. Okay, so that eye's done. Also, I'm not going to do false lashes. You definitely could at this point. But I am cursed to not be able to. Maybe I'll practice some more and we'll get there. But we ain't there yet. So come on my journey with me of learning to do falsies one day. We'll do that. Now we're going to hit her with some setting spray. This is the NYX Dewy Finish setting spray. And I do like to pat it in a little after setting, because I just think it looks nice. And this is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching this video. I super appreciate it. And if you like what you see, please leave a thumbs up. Leave me comments down below letting me know what videos you'd like to see next, any color combinations, palettes if they're inexpensive. I might be able to snag a couple to review or try or show you some looks from. I have a couple more in my collection too that I'll pull from as well, but please comment with what you like, what you don't like, and leave me a thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe. I'm going to try my best to upload as often as possible because I love this, and thanks for coming today. All right, bye!